Here's your First Warn weather forecast first, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, another beautiful September afternoon as temperatures warmed into the upper 70s and low 80s. Once again, same story, just a different day. That's going to continue here the next several days. Each day, though, will add on a few degrees. Now, there are a couple of very light showers just up to the northwest. A lot of dry air preventing a lot of that from actually reaching the ground, and anything that comes through most likely will stay to the north of the state line. So might get a couple of sprinkles that try to work in across portions of Greene and Rock County in southern Wisconsin, but we will see a gradual increase in cloud cover as we go through this evening. Now temperatures are sitting in the upper 70s, the low 80s. We'll see that 78 degrees as we hit the 6 o'clock hour, down into the low 50s once again for tonight. Now dry conditions stay with us through the end of the week. We may see a couple of showers try to sneak in by the weekend. I'll have the timing of that in the First Warn forecast a little later.
Right now at 5, Beloit police make an arrest after a standoff. 4 hours of effort to bring a suspect into custody.
Plus, we're giving you a peek inside Hard Rock Casino's unique stage, including an exclusive look at the newest concert venue in the city.
And a Rockford Fellowship gives back to the community. The clothing giveaway supported by a national nonprofit.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. Tonight, a Beloit man is in custody after a 4-hour standoff.
Police say just before 7:30 last night, they received calls about a man with a gun outside the Casey's General Store on Cranston Road. Responding officers later found the man walking nearby on Chaupier Road. That man was later identified as 21-year-old James Pulliam. After police tried to contact him, he barricaded himself in his home on Chaupier Drive. Beloit's Tactical Operations Unit responded. The standoff lasted for about 4 hours before arresting Pulliam around 11:15. He faces several charges, including failure to comply with police and resisting arrest.
Tonight, we have new details in a cold case in the Pecatonico River. The Winnebago County coroner confirmed the remains of 2 men found in March do belong to Clarence Owens and Everett Hawley. They both disappeared back in 1976. Police found the remains inside this car that was embedded in the river. The car matched the description of their vehicle. Then samples were sent to St. Louis for DNA testing to confirm it was indeed them. Sheriff Gary Caruana says this brings us one step closer to providing closures for the victims' families and acknowledge the hard work of detectives and forensic experts involved in the case.
It's been nearly 3 weeks since Hard Rock Casino Rockford opened to the public, and in that time, several big music acts have performed there.
Eyewitness reporter Blake Dietz got an inside look at the concert venue today, and Blake, you got an exclusive look at one part too, particularly.
Yeah, that's right, Wendell. Behind the stage, exclusive interview. Mimi, fresh off 4 consecutive concerts kicking off the Hard Rock's opening weekend. I got a tour of Hard Rock Live, and while it looked like a far cry from a concert venue, casino officials tell me that's one of the venue's biggest assets. Everything from the seats to the stage is removable, something the venue designers say allows the space to become a blank canvas for any performance. Hard Rock Casino Rockford President Gino Eifrate says their next event is an electronic darts regional tournament, followed by a 600-person wedding, and that's all in the same venue that hosted Rick Nielsen, Akon, and Brad Paisley just a few weeks ago.
Well, it's pretty limitless. I mean, obviously concerts are going to be a staple, but banquets, luncheons, business conventions, trade shows, you name it. Sky's really limit. We're going to have some sports entertainment type events, whether that be boxing or mixed martial arts. I mean, this space really lends itself to that flexibility.
Now I'll have more from my tour backstage of the live venue. That's coming up at 6. Wendell.
Blake, thank you. Tonight, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office giving us new details about a fight at a state line high school football game. Friday night at Harlem High, 2 students got into a fight in the game against Auburn. More students crowded the area and prompted police response as the scene just escalated. Police used pepper spray and tasers to stop the conflict. Now the Sheriff's Office says they ended up arresting 4 kids that night. All of them have been released to their parents. The school district says, though, it is still reviewing video of the incident.
A new effort to fight homelessness in Illinois. The state's awarded more than $6 million in grant funding to 4 recipients through the Home Illinois Workforce Pilot Program. The goal of this 2.5-year program is to support the homeless by boosting job opportunities, helping them establish financial stability, and improving their ability to afford permanent housing. The grants will go to organizations in Chicago, Pekin, and Greenup, which is just south of Springfield.
And in a statement, the governor said, quote, "We're fighting homelessness in Illinois with compassion, innovation, and coordination. My administration is one step closer to reaching our goal of functional zero homelessness by providing residents with the resources they need."
Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul joins 41 other attorney generals in a letter to Congress. The group is calling for a warning label on social media apps. They cite a mental health crisis in young people and say social media is fueling it. Research supports the claim that social media use can increase feelings of depression and anxiety. They say that several states have attempted to pass similar bills with no success, and that it will take federal legislation to solve the issue.
Rockford residents get some support at a free clothing giveaway. Right now, Edge Community Fellowship is hosting the event with Goodwill. Clothes, household items, and hot dogs are getting out for free, free of charge. Members of Goodwill will also be there to provide information about the services that Goodwill provides. The event is still going on right now if you need help.
Been a great reception. We have people coming, and we're going to be here until 6 p.m. Our hope and prayer and goal is that everything is given away. Every shirt, every dress, every pair of shoes, every household item, we want to give it all away. And the ultimate goal is always to put a smile on somebody's face.
Edge Community Fellowship opened last year and hopes to continue to grow and serve the community.
Summer is nearing an end, which means spooky season will be here soon. Haunted houses are getting ready to open up across the state line. Twisted Crypt is one of them. They are an award-winning haunted house in Rockford. They're getting ready for their 11th season. The attraction's driven by theater, with over 50 actors interacting with visitors. Owner Peter Dunn says this year brings more changes to the experience than previous years.
We change things up every year. About 25% of the attraction goes under the knife every single year. This year, 50% of the attraction went under the knife. We went hard this year.
Twisted Crypt opens up this Friday, the 13th, and will be open multiple days a week until November 2nd. They're located on East State Street next to the old Circuit City.
I'm already scared.
It should be fun. Still to come, the presidential candidates get ready to take the stage.
Their final preparations before tonight's debate.
And coming up at 6, new gun laws proposed in Illinois, the safety legislation after the Georgia school shooting.
And temperatures today that made it into the upper 70s, low 80s. Numbers will cool off again for tonight. Find out how long we'll continue with that big spread in our temperatures coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Just a few hours to go until the presidential debate.
This is set to be another pivotal moment in the race with less than 2 months to go until Election Day. Perry Russum is in Philadelphia.
Final preparations ahead of the first presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump. One of the largest unknowns, what Harris will be like in her first ever presidential debate. This is Trump's 7th.
She needs this opportunity.
I really think this is her chance to get her message out, to get her personality out there.
We'll see how she holds her own. I wasn't super impressed with her in 2020 when she had the presidential debates and for the primary.
Harris has been mostly off the campaign trail preparing for days in Pittsburgh with mock debates. Her team even building a stage with TV lighting. Former Hillary Clinton advisor Philippe Reines playing the role of Trump.
This is another opportunity to introduce herself, make sure that people understand who she is and what informs her values and how she wants to govern this country.
Trump's previous debate strategy has been to provoke his opponent, including in 2016 against Hillary Clinton.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Today, NBC News is reporting in a phone interview with Trump, he says it will be easier to define Harris to voters, saying you don't know what to expect, accusing Harris of changing her policies over the years. A senior Trump advisor says the former president does not do traditional debate prep.
He prefers to have those policy discussions, and he's been doing that with elected members in Congress like Matt Gaetz, with former Congress member Tulsi Gabbard and others, very similar to what he did to prepare for that first debate against Joe Biden.
The debate is 90 minutes long. There is no studio audience. Another thing to watch for tonight, how Trump and Harris interact. It will be the first time they ever talk to each other. Perry Russom, ABC News, Philadelphia.
And you can watch tonight's presidential debate right here on WTVO. Coverage starts at 7 and lasts until 10. The debate itself gets underway at 8. The debate will also air over on our sister station, Fox 39. Coverage there will go from 7 to 9:30. Here in the State Line, another beautiful day.
It was gorgeous. Candace tells us what we need to know about how long this good weather will last. Her forecast is next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, our temperatures were a little on the cooler side this morning, where most of us dropped down into the 40s. Rochelle, the coolest, down to 44, 48 in Rockford, and 49 in Freeport. Those numbers climbing into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon. So a nice big range in our temperatures, and that is something that's known as a diurnal range. 81 for Weather Watcher Ben in South Beloit, dew-point temperature at 52. No rainfall today. Our Weather Watcher Terry down in Genoa, very dry down there. 49, that dew-point temperature with an air temperature at 81. And a southerly wind at 12 miles per hour. We'll maintain that southerly wind, which will keep those afternoon temperatures warming, but those drier conditions will allow those morning low temperatures to fall quite a bit. So from morning to the afternoon, we'll continue to see roughly that 25 to 30 degree temperature spread, which is fairly common during the fall season, as you've got a lot of dry air, nice and cool in the morning and then warming up here as we head through the afternoon. We look at our temperatures over the course of the next few days. Notice overnight lows back down into the 50s, but by the time we get to the end of the week, temperatures will begin to warm just a bit as we add in a little more of that cloud cover. Now, when you look outside right now, you may think that we've got some clouds, but it's still that smoke, the hazy look from the Canadian wildfires and the fires out to the west of us. As we take a live look with our Mercy House SkyTrack camera out in Freeport at the Park Hills Golf Course, is brought to us by Rockford Career College. As our winds kind of shift around, that smoke out to our west, something that'll stick around across much of the plains, the Midwest, and the Great Lakes. It'll vary from thickness day to day, but the hazy conditions, something that'll stick around as we head throughout the end of the week. And that does play a little bit of an impact on reaching our full potential as far as those air temperatures are concerned. So we are going to continue to warm, but maybe just not quite as warm as what we would have, let's say, if we didn't have any of that smoke out there. Little cloud cover working in here this evening. We've got some showers, more so sprinkles actually, up across southwest Wisconsin. Not really amounting to much, but we see some of that cloud cover move in as we go through the night tonight. That'll move out around midnight, pave the way again for dry conditions going into tomorrow. Thursday night into Friday, we start to bring in a little more cloud cover as we go throughout that time. You see some of those rain showers working in down to the south. That'll be the remnants of what will soon be Hurricane Francine down in the Gulf of Mexico. That does work a little further to the north, but it encounters this roadblock in the form of high pressure. So that high pressure system sits here across the Great Lakes. And with that, it doesn't really allow that system or that remnant low to make much progress to the north. So it kind of sits and spins over western Tennessee and Kentucky. Some of that moisture does lift this far north, but overall, we're not looking at a high chance for any rainfall here as we get into the weekend. Unfortunately, a little more cloud cover, yes, but our rain chances continue to stay on the lower side. So from 53 degrees tonight, temperature tomorrow up around 85. We're 86 on Thursday, 84 on Friday. Notice with those overnight lows still in the 50s, warming up a little bit as we get into the weekend. I think our temperatures through the weekend still able to manage those lower 80s as we head through Saturday, Sunday, and then drying things out a little bit as we get into Monday of next week. Now, there is a pattern change that may eventually come in within a week and a half time frame, and so that may give us a better chance for some rain. But guys, those drier conditions, those will continue at least for the next week.
Candace, thank you.
Scott's in next with sports.
He's going to talk with one of the stars of NIU's big win over Notre Dame this Saturday, running back Ontario Brown.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
It's been 3 days since NIU's football team shocked Notre Dame and the nation by upsetting the Fighting Irish. But the Huskies are still very much a red-hot story. National and local media cannot get enough of them. And one of the key Huskies Saturday in that win was running back Ontario Brown. Brown had 183 yards of total offense against the Fighting Irish, and he made perhaps the biggest play of all, this 83-yard catch and run for a touchdown in the first quarter that gave the Huskies momentum. I spoke with Brown this afternoon at NIU about what the last few days have been like following that win.
Ontario, first, just describe what the last 2 days have been like for you since this big win.
It's undescribable. Just a lot of, calls, texts, social media posts, a lot of recognition throughout the nation from a lot of, next level guys, a lot of, just big names, big guys, even NFL players, just congratulating me and, the team on, becoming, ranked in the nation and then just taking down the number 5 team in the country.
Obviously, you guys knew you were going to get a lot of attention coming off a win like this, but has it maybe even been more than you expected?
Yeah, just a lot of national attention. Seeing the team on ESPN, this morning, it was kind of just like mind blowing because it's like, we're on TV a lot, but them just actually talking about us and saying like this team is has really like high hopes, or like just being ranked. Like I never even thought of it like was a chance for this is my 4th year and this is now happening. So it's pretty cool, but yeah, it's more than I expected.
I mean, you guys set the bar high even before the season started. So what does a win like this, does it change that bar at all for you?
Oh, no, not at all. I think from this point, we prepare the same. We practice and attack every week, like it's the number 5 team every week, so it doesn't change at all for us. Preparation stays the same. Execution should stay the same. Our guys should be locked in, and be as hyped for every game like we were for Notre Dame.
How hard will it be to flip the page? I know you got a bye week, which couldn't come at a better time, but how hard will it emotionally be to flip the page, forget about this game, and just lock in on Buffalo?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be hard at all. Our coaching staff, Coach Hammock, and especially our offensive coaches, I know, teaches us, to move on. Want to know every week. That's kind of something we go about. So I think guys has already moved on and ready to flip that page. And be wanting to know, this bye week, and then want to know again against Buffalo. So.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll chat with NIU defensive line standout Devontae O'Malley and tell you about the major honor he received today. We'll be right back.
Our first Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass and More. We stay pretty quiet. You see a couple of sprinkles off just to the northwest. Not really a lot of that reaching the ground. We'll see a gradual increase in some cloud cover here as we look through this evening. Otherwise, skies will stay mostly clear outside of some of the haze and smoke we've been dealing with. Temperatures tonight will drop down into the low 50s. Tomorrow we are back into the 80s for the afternoon. Warming trend will continue through the middle to end of the week. A little more cloud cover though heading into the weekend. May see a couple of very light showers towards the latter half of the weekend, but those temperatures stay in the 80s.
Candace, thank you.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you at 6.